I don't know if you guys can see what I see, but I've got a deer trying to get in my garden as I was coming out to get week 22 garden update. I'm like, yeah, I can see you. And he saw me. I told Brian yesterday that I felt like something's been ransacking through part of the garden. Now, in order for them to get into the big garden, they would have to jump it. And then they would have to jump back out of it. But there was areas in the big garden that's fenced, and my zinnias over here in this big bed back here in the back were trampled over like something had jumped inside there. I don't know. Didn't see it. Oh, and this marigold also had been like trampled over. And it's broken. So something of some size had been out here. Anyway, we're out at the garden and we're gonna get week 22. What I don't want deer to do is come up here and start eating my watermelons and stuff. I'm gonna be very disappointed if that happens. Let me see if it's lingering down here. It took off running, but it may be up here eating some of this brush. And it can have all the brush that it wants. Anyway, let's check out what we got going on. We've got 2 watermelons right here. And we've got 2 watermelons inside there. For the striped watermelons, whatever kind they end up being, because they're not black diamond. And we got moon and stars down here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 moon and stars and 4 of the others. Tomatoes are so heavy, they're just weighed over. There's one with some end rot. Let's toss that down there for the, if the deer wants to eat that. I've been harvesting more tomatoes. Came out, harvested about 2 more bushels, or about 1.5 bushels of tomatoes, and been working on some canning. See, this bed's been leaned over, but it almost looks like something's pushed it over. These are all leaned over. I don't know if it's because they're heavy or if something fell over in there, like an animal. And it would have to be something bigger than like our cat. Our cat's never gotten out here before. I mean, I'll find him in the garden, but he doesn't do anything. But tomatoes, I harvested a bunch of tomatoes. There's these that are like halfway. I left those. Those will be for the next harvest. I probably have another 3 harvests to go out here in the garden. At least. Next week, I'll be harvesting more. And then after that, they're going to have to wait. Because these are a Patty's something tomato. These orange. But yeah, still got lots of tomatoes. And look at this basil. I just let the basil go. I didn't harvest any basil this year. Check out the peppers. I need to come harvest peppers. I've got to work the next 2 days, and then I'm going to come harvest a bunch of peppers. Okay, see this bed? Looks like something laid over inside there. So this bed, the zinnias, a couple of tomatoes up there, and the marigolds are all laid over like something was in here. That's a lot of purple cayennes coming on. The asparagus, I did not harvest asparagus this year. It actually kind of died off, turned brown, and now it's back green again. Next year, I will harvest asparagus. This year and last year, I did not harvest. Walk around, all the jalapenos. I mean, the plants are heavy because they've got a lot of jalapenos and stuff on them. Sweet potatoes are vining out good now that the weeds got removed. They are vining out really good. Yeah, I bet that deer, he was standing right up here. I bet my bell peppers, he probably sticking his head inside here and getting bell peppers. I will share some of my bell peppers with the deer if he just must have some, you know. Here's a bell pepper that got some kind of rot on it. I could salvage a lot of that, but we'll toss it down there and let him have it. Here's another one that looks kind of weird. Got something on it, soft. I'll give him something to eat. Anyway, I did get my celery harvested. That video will be coming out soon. And then, so what I did was I just cut those down low to see if new growth would come on. And it is. And that's what I wanted. So, looks like all of them, maybe not that one, have new growth coming on. So, by the time we get back from vacation, we'll have more celery grow in there. More tomatoes. I mean, I just harvested yesterday. You wouldn't even know it. These potatoes are leaned over. We haven't had any winds or heavy rains or nothing like that. So it's just a little weird. These potatoes don't normally lay over like this. Not those Yukon Golds. These tomatoes have really turned overnight, because there's some that's red, like right here. That one, I probably need to take that one inside. That's a nice little slicer right there. Cucumbers, I may have mentioned in week 21 that I went ahead and pulled those out. If I didn't, I'm telling you now, for week 22, and was done with the cucumbers. They were slower to come in. I probably could have got another good little harvest out of them, but I'm done with cucumbers canning. I'm moving on. Don't need no more pickles. But yeah, all my sweet potatoes are doing really good. Potatoes too. So my Yukon Golds and my sweet potatoes all here in the middle are still going strong. Those are all sweet potatoes down there. I won't harvest those probably until the end of the season. We'll walk up top to the back deck real quick. I been working some long hours the last 2 days, and I have 2 more days of those long hours. So it's almost dark. It's like 8:30 right now. And I said, oh crap, I gotta get out to the garden and get my garden update so I can get it uploaded. Hopefully you guys can see this. My orange bell peppers are turning orange. I'm going to leave that for a little while longer. It's not quite all the way orange. The pepper plants are finally starting to come on a little more. Got some purple lavender. These jalapenos have slowed down on producing, which we've been harvesting a lot too, but the leaves look a little wilty, but I did water those last night. So, and today was not a real hot day. So actually, I mean, it was like 81 when I got off work, but a nice light cool breeze, which was amazing. I actually come out, and as soon as I got off and took care of the rabbits, got them fed and watered. Brian's out of town again. He's in Memphis for the week. He will be home late tomorrow night. Oh my goodness. Look at that amaranth. Isn't that? It's like a Christmas tree. It's like all this amaranth and all the way down. It's freaking cute. Goodness. Yeah, these flower beds, I need to harvest sage. I keep saying that, and I have not done that yet. But I did harvest thyme and rosemary fresh out of these beds for a recipe that I'm canning with tomatoes that I just harvested. But anyway, these beds look really pretty. Oh, those orange marigolds are really pretty right there. Something has been eating my marshmallow back there. I just now noticed that. And I think I have a sprinkler head that's going crazy, and I missed it when the sprinklers went off again. These tomatoes have gotten so heavy, I don't have anything to support them. So they're just laid over, and I keep putting something over them. If they're laid over this way, I'll put something up there, and then they lay over that way. So anyway, they're just going to lay over. Oh, my sign fell and broke. I was like, what is that? My welcome sign here. That's what I had leaned over, supporting those. I did get some of my blackberries shipped out yesterday to Heather and Milk and Honey Heritage Farms, but something has ate into this marshmallow leaves. Probably those inchworms, but it's dark and I can't see. So anyway, I'm going to wrap up this video of week 22 garden update. Just know, we are still booming. We are booming with hot peppers, bell peppers, and tomatoes still. We have pretty much harvested everything else. Well, and potatoes and sweet potatoes and Yukon Golds. Those will go into the fall. The rest of the hot peppers, bell peppers, and tomatoes, I will eventually cut off the harvesting of those. I will cut that off before they're ready to be cut off, like I did last year. That way I can start cleaning my beds out a little bit at a time. But anyway, there's the spring garden. Everything's looking good, except for the things are laid over, and at this point I've harvested so much and I'm preserving as I'm harvesting. If the tomato plants lean over and they break, I'll just harvest what's on there and keep on going. So anyway, guys, that's gonna wrap it. Look how pretty those lights are. I've got them set on orange right now, and it's dark out here. You can actually see it all lit up. My bed's out here. So anyway, again, that's going to wrap up week 22 garden update here on the homestead. Thank you guys for coming along with me, and we'll see you on week 23.